Hello, and welcome to episode 64 of the Waiting in Queue podcast. Wait. Is this 65?
I think it's 65.
Episode 65. I'm your host, Funny Spartan, and with me today, I have another guest. Connor's been demoted from host
did you hear that?
to guest. No, I didn't hear it. What'd you?
I'm asking Katie if she heard that.
No, I didn't hear anything.
Oh boy, you're gonna smell it.
She's not. I am.
No, I'm glad I'm in the room.
Welcome to the show.
Did you think we were ever gonna get to episode 65?
I didn't think we were gonna get to episode 10.
Me either. We should meet up sometime under the table when no one's looking and kiss.
Stop. What the fuck? This is episode 65.
You know, some people would say these are the golden years if we're counting age, right? Because you could retire and listen to more of our show.
Can you retire at 65 nowadays?
Not anymore, actually.
Let's be honest. You ain't retiring until you're fucking like 86 now. So thanks a lot, boomers. Thanks a lot, boomers.
It's keeping us more active.
Yeah, great. I want to spend an extra fucking 20 years working. Awesome.
You don't?
Thanks, boomers.
Okay. Welcome to the podcast, I guess. That being said.
Bunch of boomer haters here.
Yeah.
Just kidding. Some boomers are cool. Most aren't.
Most.
I'm looking at you, mom and dad.
Oh my God.
I'm kidding. That was a joke. Anyways.
I'm going to call your parents right now.
Do it.
I don't have their numbers.
I'll
call them.
My mom would answer. My mom would be like, hello. I'd be like, what are you doing? She'd be like, oh, we're not really
Well, no, it'd be me talking. And then she'd be like, hello? They're like, oh, hi, Derek. Yeah, how you doing? And because, you know, with you, it's just like, what do you want? What are you doing?
That's how we work, bro. My mom would be the same way if you called. She'd be like, what do you want? That's how we work, dude. We're all about quick, get to the point. We ain't got fucking time to be on the phone. We got podcasts to record.
She'll make time for me. You and her and your dad.
Nope. We are logging back into the computer.
Connor's having some computer problems. The waifu computer broke.
The waifu computer is dead. Until further notice, I am using somebody else's laptop today, and I can tell you right now, I didn't realize that they made laptops still this slow. I appreciate
Well, that's why they keep making more.
I appreciate them letting me borrow it, though. Okay, anyways.
So, getting into
The meat and the potatoes.
the...
do you remember the code?
1586.
1586. You guys missed it today. I broke that code in like 3 guesses. I did. I guessed all 4 numbers right off the bat, 2 of which were in the right place.
Yep. You just had to flip-flop a couple. But anyways, it's 3 minutes into the episode. We've talked about nothing other than kind of the update on the show and Connor's life. The waifus are gone. For now. Hopefully we'll get them back.
They'll be back.
And if not, Connor will get a new laptop, and then we'll buy waifu stickers again.
I have plenty of waifu stickers still
they
from
will
the
be,
first time.
They will be revived. But going on to the actual episode of the show, Tiny Tina's Wonderland came out. Do we want to talk about that first?
Yeah, we can talk about Wonderlands.
We've been playing it throughout the whole weekend.
A little bit, yeah. I've still been playing Destiny, but oh my god! But Tiny Tina Wonderland is out, and it's awesome. It's a lot of fun. We haven't played it a ton, so I still feel like I can't give a full review of the game. But if you like Borderlands, I think you're gonna like it. It's really that's really it. Like if you like Borderlands, you're gonna like this one. And then if you like
more
RPG fantasy style, oh boy, this one's awesome.
I think even if you took it a step further, it's like if you really like D&D, you're really gonna like it. Because
I think if you know more about D&D, it is way more fun because you get the jokes more and you understand why they're breaking the fourth wall. You're like, why are they breaking it so much? And they, Borderlands is always known to break it here and there with Claptrap, but like
understanding that this is somebody telling a story and you're playing through their campaign and Tiny Tina's narrating it, changing things on the spot.
Yeah, that's cool too. I like that stuff happens.
And then like finding the dice. That's kind of been like there's dice all throughout the game that you can roll for loot, and then you try to like
every dice you roll increases your character's luck. Like passively, so like the more dice you roll, the better your gear will be later on. So
and it's
really fun.
That's the servers have been down. So me, Connor, and our other friend Mitchell,
friend of the show,
voted worst guest. Of the
voted
show.
Worst guest. Dude, I have an idea. Keep going.
So we haven't been able to play with each other because the multiplayer's been down, but we've all been playing separately, and then we've been going around seeing whenever we find a dice, like who's getting
the highest
roll, and that's been a lot of fun. In that aspect.
It's gonna be a lot more fun, and I think the servers have been fixed now, and I'm not going to be like, oh, they did such a good job. I don't think games should be releasing anymore with server problems. I find it.
How many times has a game come out and they're like, "Oh, our servers weren't able to handle this"? It's like, but this is every time. Are you guys like just not getting the server space or the server capabilities to see like if your audience is gonna like fill it? Because like, I guess I don't know the process of. Like,
I don't know what it takes to go into it either, but it's like, and I understand that like launches have server problems, and I'm fine with like there being like a queue. Or there being like, okay, I mean, fuck, Destiny has queues sometimes when like seasons start.
Yeah,
and that's fine.
But that's not like a server problem.
No, people are getting in and playing. It just means it's full.
Yeah, and they're not gonna buy more space for that initial launch because they know player base is gonna drop.
Yeah, it's gonna drop.
People are gonna change the times when they normally get on. Just your highest traffic's always gonna be like your launch days. But like something for like Borderlands where it's not really so much like it's straight up just not working at all. Not like, oh, it's full.
Well, it was forcing players offline because everybody got to play. Like you still could play, and sometimes like late at night or early mornings, people were able to play with friends. So some people still got in there and played with some friends, but it wasn't like an experience where you could just hop in, and go. Mm-hmm. It was like we would spend like 20 minutes just trying to see if we could link up with somebody, and then it was like, we're wasting our time. Let's just jump in. It wasn't
even showing like our full friends list either.
Well, yeah, it was weird because you would be online, it'd force you offline, and then you'd be online, and then it would tell all your other friends that you're online, and then it'd force you off, and then however, I got back on yesterday. It seemed to be up. I was never forced offline at all for like 3 hours, so that was huge. But besides that point,
well, what was also funny about it was we're all playing it. The servers are down. And then as soon as Mitchell gets off, the servers came on. Connor and I linked up. And then Mitchell got back on the next day. And we were all three playing again.
We're ready to play.
The servers were down. So the only time every time Mitchell gets on, the servers are down. So I think there's some sort of link. I've been saying this, that, it's Mitchell's headset. But
oh my God, he's got to get a new headset. That time where he it was me, you, and Tanner, and he left for like an hour because his son got up. I'm not gonna say his name or anything. His son got up, and then all it was like. Shh.
Oh, but for some reason when he mutes it,
for like 2 hours,
it does like a pulsating like. Zzz, 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 zzz. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, it's almost like it's not plugged all the way into his controller.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it sounds like.
I think we should. I always say like next time I'm over, I'm looking at that microphone, and then we go over there, we trash his house, and then leave.
Yeah.
So I always forget.
Right. We paint on the toilets, or we do stuff like that. That's a real thing that happened. Derek did that.
Well, how else are you gonna paint behind the toilet?
True. You gotta get a little paint on the toilet.
You're gonna get a little paint. I did really well with putting tape around the edge, so when he peels it off, you will not be able
to
see.
On the toilet?
Yeah.
Like on the edge of the tank?
Like edge of the tank, so no matter like how far you get your eye around there, you're not really gonna see where the paint starts. Cause
nice.
You know what I mean? It's kind of like a. nicer edge.
But
Plus, paint will come off pretty easy on the ceramic.
yeah, you just gotta watch it off. It's just funny to joke around with him. But back to the Wonderlands thing. I think as a whole, the game's really fun so far. I can tell you right now, it's way better than Borderlands 3.
Yeah.
Story's way better,
you
and
know,
we're scratching the surface.
Borderlands is a lot of fun, but definitely for me, fantasy genres always like tickle my fancy like quite a bit. Like I Lord of the Rings, super into fantasy, post-apocalyptic. Yeah, it's fun. I like fantasy more because I do like, that's something that's so far unrealistic that we'll never achieve. And I like video games in the aspect of like, this is something we could never do, but we can experience these things through video games.
Magic.
Yeah, magic. I also love being a spellcaster too.
Yeah, I'm on the fence if I like my class. If I like the Spore Warden.
Yeah. Why?
I'm just not feeling it, dude. I'm about ready to restart.
Well, I thought aren't you supposed to be using a bow quite a bit?
I am using the bow quite a bit.
Okay, so you do have a bow.
Yeah, it's just like a skill. It's my main skill. Like your main skill is, I don't know, but I can either like summon tornadoes or bows. But I almost want to like start over and spec into a Stabomancer.
Yeah.
As my main, and then
go into the Spore.
Duel into Spore Warden and build like a massive crit build. But I don't know. I'm only level 13, so like realistically, if I just restarted and bum rushed everything I did, it would be awesome. The only thing I would lose is my loot, but like realistically, I don't have a lot of loot that's worth even having at 13. It's all gonna get out leveled. So I might do that. I might do that tonight and respec and try to get up to where everybody else is. And just stop at 11.
Yeah. I did. The weapons are fun. I definitely feel like we're using them a lot more than I thought we would. I thought like melee was going to be maybe a little
Melee's
more.
Still weak as shit.
It's still weak, and I still like when I find a melee weapon, I'm like, I don't really care. It's like it's cool to have, but it's all about the guns still.
That's Borderlands.
It is Borderlands.
Like you're not gonna get away from, because what would you do? Like you would just have like, I guess you could have like 4 or 5 spell slots, and then like all the spells, because the spells are, what's really cool is the spells are like very what's the word for it? They're very like, there's so many different variations of each spell, just like there is guns. So I think they did a really good job, and I was worried that it wasn't going to be like that. I thought it was going to be like you have your 5 spells, some are wards, some are the pets, some are the meteors and the snapping the finger, and that was it. But like I was looking at endgame, and they're like getting like hydras that summon 2 sets of hydras, and then each set of hydra has 6 hydras, and then they do like fireballs, and then they move, and then there's ones that are just 1 hydra. So there's like so many different variants, just like the guns, where like you run into an SMG, this one might have frost, this one might have frost times 2, plus it shoots random balls that we found that heat seek. Like I like that aspect of Borderlands. I'm glad they did that with the spells, but I'm also glad that it's still pretty gun oriented. But that's my.
I just think they could not that. I think if they did their own game, it's like not Tiny Tina's Wonderland. They just make it like hey, we're gonna just make a straight up fantasy game. They could do really well with like just weapons, like melee weapons, or like wands and shields and stuff.
You're saying like a Borderlands-esque game, but instead of weapons, it's just like randomly generated like swords, shields, and axes and
bows,
scythes, and
crossbows, staffs.
That actually would be pretty dope. Like if it was Borderlands just with all melee weapons.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but they would have to change. They would have to change how they do bosses though, and stuff like that, which was fine. Which would be fine. But there's like a lot of bosses in Borderlands that have like areas circling them, like Belial from Diablo. However, you could melee Belial, but Diablo 3. But he was more of like set to be a range boss fight. There's raid bosses in Borderlands like that, but they would just change that.
Yeah.
They would just make them all meleeable or some way of knocking them
give
down.
the melees a way to like counter it better.
Well, I guess you would have ranged spells.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be cool. As a whole, though, I think the game's really fun. I'm excited to like actually get everybody leveled and like jump into the end game. And everybody so far is saying that the end game is actually pretty fucking solid. And the seasons start early next month. So we're already getting fucking more content next month. I don't know if we have to pay for it. I don't know if it's free. I'm sure it'll be like $10.
I thought there was like a season pass you could buy for like $40.
$40. Holy
But I think
fucking ball!
I think that
ball sack, dude. Is that everything?
Hold on. I think it included like a bunch of DLCs, like several.
Yeah. Does that
DLCs.
include all 4 DLCs?
Oh yeah. It
Oh,
definitely
then
said
that's
4
fine.
DLCs.
You're just paying them in advance. That's what we did for Witch Queen.
Mm-hmm.
You pay the $40 and you get. Ooh. You get all 4 seasons.
Connor getting a little hungry in his tummy.
My tummy's hungry.
Is it?
I'm hungry.
Right in the stummy?
I'm hungry in the stomach. I'm hungry. I want food.
Can we quote this?
Yes.
Anyways, it's a good game. If you like Borderlands, you like fantasy, I recommend playing it. I think all Borderlands games are way more fun with friends.
I can say that for a lot of video games. It's always fun with.
See, I
Friends.
can't.
That's how I feel.
That's not how I am though. Like, I've played Destiny for like 4 years, and that game is like designed to be multiplayer. And I play solo, and I have probably way more fun playing solo than I do in a party. It depends on the people, but I think most players want to be playing with their friends. Because I'd rather play Destiny with you guys.
Yeah, I mean that's why like they, especially when the first the Xbox One came out, they were like, you have to be connected to the internet for this thing to even operate. It's like we're too dependent on gameplay surrounding multiplayer and being online and online services.
Does not mean that single player games can't be successful.
Absolutely not.
But if a game is designed around
Elden
it,
Ring didn't prove that or anything.
yeah, Elden Ring's doo-doo, dude. It's not even really a hard game. So
No.
yeah. So if you want to, I recommend it. It's not free. I'll put that out there. It's not a free game like everybody fucking wants.
You
nowadays.
know, can we also address how funny it was that
let's just bring it up on the show.
So we were telling Mitchell, it's like, Mitchell, get this game, we're gonna have a lot of fun. And he's like, I'm not spending. Is it on Game Pass? Like,
no, it's not on Game Pass.
I'm not getting it. I'm not paying $60 for a game. Well, then the day it comes out,
Hang on, he said I'm not paying $60 for a game I don't like, because he said he didn't like Borderlands 3, and Borderlands 3 sucked dick. I'm putting it out there. It was bad. I didn't like it either. I beat it and I was like, I'm never doing this again.
So anyways, he's like, I'm not getting it. Well, then we kind of dropped it, and then the day it comes out, Connor and I are about to head home from work
to play it,
and Mitchell sends us a snap of him downloading it. And then he's like, I also spent the extra $10 for the like deluxe edition. And we were like, what the fuck?
I didn't say anything.
Oh, we were just like,
I was just like, I'm excited you got it. Let's go. I'm hyped, and I'm sure he was expecting us to say something. That's why we're bringing it up on the show.
It was funny. I'm glad he did it.
I'm super glad he got it.
I
think he's enjoying it too. I think
I almost bought it because of Mitchell, but
You almost what?
I almost bought the deluxe because of Mitchell. I was like, ooh,
so
I could
did I.
also.
I was like, I'll take a couple extra. It's just cosmetics, but then you realize like this game is riddled with cosmetics.
Yeah,
it's kind of awesome with how much that they put in the game for cosmetics.
And you know what?
For free.
I think this is really cool how it's a fantasy game, RPG, random loot, where it's like, what matters is like rings, which you don't see
in Borderlands.
Like in Borderlands, wards, guns, and then like a weapon. So overall, like getting like cosmetics and stuff, you can make your character look however you want, and it doesn't change the aspects of like things more important, like like if you want to be like in other fantasy games, like a spellcaster is like, well, I want to wear heavy armor. Typically,
it would hinder you.
It would hinder you because it's more meant for. So you can make them look however you want.
Yeah, it's really cool.
I think they nailed that like pretty damn good.
Also, it's free, and there's no microtransaction store riddled with like cosmetic skins and all that. I'm sure when the season passes come, you will have you'll probably have tiers in it, and you'll probably have cosmetics for the purchased pass. But like most people buy passes. If you're playing the game, people are spending the money on the pass. There's very few people that like religiously play the games or play them a lot and don't buy the $10 pass. Let's be honest.
Yeah, I mean,
if you're gonna log into the game every day, you're buying the pass.
Yeah, like Warzone. If I don't have enough COD points, I'm like, fuck. I was like, the last season was 3 months ago or whatever was. I'm like, at $10.
Yeah,
it's gonna.
And
it's such a good.
I think it's a good value. In my opinion, I think season passes are the best form of microtransaction. I don't like store-based microtransactions.
You know, and I think
like Halo Infinite fucking killed the game.
I think we're in a weird state of video games where it's like it's hard to find a quality like video game to come out with that's not riddled with microtransactions and bugs, but we're also at like the best value in a sense for video games. Like when a lot of free video games come out, but they're like, and we also offer a battle pass for $10 if you want more out of the game. And it's fantastic because it seems like video games are making more money from it because, you know, they release several battle passes and people are at the same time saving more money because it's like I can choose to buy it or choose not to. You get what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. I think also games, I always use this as an example, and Derek's always like, oh my god, here we go again. Destiny.
Oh my god, here we go again.
But let's be honest. Let's legitimately be honest. Destiny, Fortnite, and Call of Duty does a pretty decent job at this too. I don't think you get the content in Call of Duty, but like Apex, but I'm thinking the content. So like Destiny does the seasons too, and you get the season pass. But not only do you pay $10 for the season pass, and it's not like Fortnite where you just get like some skins and you get some challenges. You get a story with the season pass. So like every 3 months you're paying $10 for like we get a 6-player activity, sometimes we get a raid, sometimes we get a dungeon. Like that's a lot of content for $10 for every 3 months. I think, like you said, this is the best time. Back in the day when microtransactions started to like develop, that would be a $30 expansion. You would spend $30 on that, and then you would finish it in a week, and you'd be like, wow, that was a fucking waste of money. You know what I mean? But now it's $10. You get a shit ton of content, and it stretches it out for 3 months, and I feel like it's worth it. And half the time, you get currency in the fucking battle pass anyways. You only got to buy one if you finish the whole pass.
Yeah, and then you can just keep rebuying.
Free.
You know, and something with that could make sense for MMOs.
I think
more so MMO. Like, so I'm gonna run an example.
go ahead,
like, so what if like World of Warcraft, right?
Yeah.
What if it was free to play up until until you wanted to do some like some of the end game stuff that's obviously optional, but it's like you could, you know, pay to unlock it in a way that's like that content.
I don't like that stuff though. I don't like free to play MMOs because they do that. Like Star Wars Republic did that, Old Republic, and I feel like the MMO, the base game, should be everything unlocked. I will be honest, Destiny does that. They have free players and they have paid to play players.
Yeah, because when you do the battle pass, you're unlocking more content.
Correct, but it's like they lock like raids and I don't think raids and dungeons should be locked out. A 6-player activity that's only there for 3 months that is tied to the pass. Okay. That's okay. That's what you're getting for your $10.
So what's the activity? Is it just like an open world kind of like?
Depends on the season. It's different every season. Like this season, it's a 3-player activity that you go through, and you go through like waves of Hive, and then you beat Savathûn at the end, like a thing of Savathûn, and you get like really fucking awesome gear from it. So that's where I got my bow, the bow that I like is best in the fucking game right now. For $10, you get that for 3 months. Now they got rid of FOMO, so it stays until the next expansion. So now you're even getting it for a year. So, I mean,
sounds like a waste.
Yeah. Fuck you. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding. Fucking Destiny haters, dude. That's a dead game. What's our time at?
25 minutes.
Okay, we're just gonna clear this up. Buy Wonderlands. It's awesome. It's pretty good. Well, I say in 2 weeks we'll have an actual review for it. I think I can actually sit down and be like, this is what I think the game is. Is it actually worth it?
And by that time, people probably won't care.
Yeah, probably not. But it's no different than Elden Ring.
No.
I was I can't give you a definite answer on Elden Ring, and then I did a week later.
This isn't really a game review channel, anyways. It's just we're here to just.
I mean, personally.
Talk. Okay, Connor.
All right. Speaking of Destiny.
Okay, here we go.
Destiny the streamer, however.
Oh!
If you don't know who Destiny the streamer is, he's a pretty popular streamer. He was, but he got banned indefinitely off of Twitch.
He might have to go stream with Dr. Disrespect.
He probably will, if they let him. Because I read the article on why he got banned, because I was curious. I was like, well, what did Destiny do this time? Because he's been banned a bunch of times.
Are we allowed to say it?
Yeah, if you say Destiny said it. So somebody, I should have pulled it back up, but this computer is so awfully slow
that you should have left it up.
But he was
Why
talking
don't you
to.
just do it on your phone.
It doesn't look as professional, Katie.
He was talking to somebody on stream
about
another streamer, I'm assuming.
Doing something that he doesn't like, or
they were talking about their genitals, right?
You get
into
these, it's just always asking for trouble.
Well, wait until you hear what he says.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm thrilled. Can't wait. Hit me with it. Come on. Talk to me about the genitals.
I'm fucking trying. So, Destiny was banned indefinitely from not the game, the streamer.
Destiny the streamer.
For hateful speech or hate speech, or he said something.
So is it hate speech, or was he just addressing his opinion?
Oh no, this was
not really.
Okay,
not really
okay.
an opinion. It was a statement he said that got him banned. So he's been on. It looks like he's been on Twitch for 11 years.
Wow.
I'm trying to find the quote. See, this is why the waifus have to be
back.
Mm-hmm.
They helped you. All eyes were on the waifus.
So here we go. Okay. Somebody tweeted out what they did. It says after referencing at Khalifa's genitals. Oh, like Malia Khalifa? Khalifa? No. Khalifa is another Twitch streamer who I think is what is the oh man, I'm gonna get A for this. What is the flag that's blue and pink and white? Is that
blue, pink, and white?
Yeah, is that the? It's not a country flag. It's
for
pronoun flags.
Gender
I think it's
stuff.
I think it's trans. I don't know. Oh my god, don't hate me. I don't know what that is. But anyways, that's the other person
Katie,
he was talking about.
Hey Katie, can you sharpen the pit?
transgender.
What?
It's transgender?
Yeah,
I was right. Okay,
Okay.
so I'm assuming this
Put
is
the
a trans
pitchforks down.
This is a
Yeah.
transgender streamer. And this person, not the trans, somebody else tweeted and said this is why he got banned. After referencing at Keffel's genitals, which is the transgender streamer. So he was already talking about transgender streamers' private parts for whatever reason. Probably because he's probably anti-trans or something or whatever. I don't watch Destiny. I don't like him because every time I see him in a video, he's awkward and he's rude to women, and he thinks he's the king of all men and like all women should bow down to him. He's weird. He's kind of like a superior incel. It's weird. But he makes multiple remarks fantasizing about how wealthy she must have been. And then Destiny laughs at a chatter and then says, this is what Destiny said. It's comforting to think that this person will, what's the word for it? Unalive themselves in 30 years. Destiny says it's tempting to embrace 41% jokes. So yeah, he pretty much says that like it's refreshing to know that this person's gonna unalive themselves within 30 years. I mean, yeah,
I mean that's a problem with.
There is clips of the full conversation out there. If you want to look it up, we're not gonna show it for obvious reasons. And he finally got banned forever.
Not forever, and definitely usually means like until further notice.
I thought it was.
That's pretty much forever. That's the same thing as Dr. Disrespect. He's banned indefinitely.
Yeah, but a lot of streamers still get banned indefinitely and then like get brought back because they were like appealed or whatever.
I don't think he's gonna be coming back from that.
No.
He literally said.
It's nice to know that.
It's nice to know that this person's gonna unalive themselves. Yeah, I don't think he's coming back.
I would hope not.
He doesn't deserve to.
Yeah, he doesn't deserve to.
That sounds just awful. Like, why would you say something?
Yeah. So, and I don't know the full context of the thing, but there really isn't. You don't need full context to be able to be like, wow, I can't believe you said that. That's pretty shitty. So yeah, he got banned, and I don't really watch him, so I just figured we'd say something about it.
Well, I can't think of a better way to end the episode on such a high note. Thank you all for paying attention to this episode. Paying attention. What am I saying?
Thank you for watching the episode where we break down our Tinas Wonderlands.
Trying to cut our episodes down successfully this time. We did it.
As long as we make this ending short, we like to drag the endings out.
Goodbye.